At the edge of the wilderness, asterisk, where the wind speaks in hushes and the morning mist moves like breath across the earth, there stands a home, not tall, not grand, but still unforgettable. A silhouette wrapped in stillness, a form born from utility, now reimagined in quiet grace. This isn't a place built to impress, it's a place built to exhale. Asterisk, where silence lingers longer than sound. Asterisk, and the light doesn't just fall on the walls, it pauses there, touches them like a secret. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because it's a simple way to show your love for these incredible designs. Asterisk here. Luxury doesn't shimmer, it doesn't shout in crystal chandeliers or golden flourishes. It hums. In the texture of stone, in the softness of linen, asterisk in the air that holds space for you. Without demand, they call it minimal looks, but it's not just a style, not just raw concrete and brushed steel, not just open plans and custom cabinetry, asterisk. No, it's a mood, a belief that beauty doesn't need a spotlight, that elegance lives in restraint, asterisk that space, is more powerful than stuff. This home is a quiet rebellion against noise, against excess, against the performance of status. Asterisk. It doesn't need to say much, because the feeling it leaves with you says everything. And once you've felt it, you start to wonder, what if less really is more? Minimal looks isn't about having less, it's about needing less. Asterisk, and curating what remains. With reverence, not decoration for decoration's sake, but meaning. Asterisk placed slowly, chosen carefully, asterisk held. Like memory, this philosophy didn't arrive all at once. It was shaped over time where two worlds quietly met. Asterisk the still, snow-covered calm of Scandinavian restraint. Asterisk and the rugged, soulful warmth of American rural living. Asterisk, we share new content regularly to help you create spaces you love. So don't forget to subscribe. Form met feeling. Function met softness. Asterisk, and something new was born. Something that doesn't need to raise its voice to be heard. This is the paradox of restraint. When you strip away the noise, what's left finally begins to matter. Asterisk, a single wooden chair by a window becomes a story. Asterisk, a quiet wall becomes a canvas for light. Asterisk, a pause becomes a presence. Asterisk, you begin to realize that clutter, physical, emotional, digital, has always been louder than it needed to be. And that stillness isn't empty. It's alive. Asterisk, because space, when left open, doesn't take something from you. It gives you back something you forgot you were missing. Breathing room, clarity, peace. Asterisk in a world designed to push us forward faster. This kind of space says wait, stay, let your shoulders fall. Let your breath deepen. Let the day unfold without urgency. Asterisk, it's the kind of place where your heartbeat slows. Your mind begins to soften. Not because the space is quiet, but because it allows you to be. Asterisk, if you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means to me, and it helps keep the design ideas coming your way. Asterisk, but why a barn? Asterisk, why take the bones of the rural past and dress it in soft cashmere and brushed steel? Because the barn has never just been a building. It's memory. Asterisk, it's labor. Weathered by seasons. Asterisk, it's land. Passed through generations. Asterisk, there is something deeply human in its frame. Simple, sturdy, unafraid of silence. A barn doesn't pretend. It was built for purpose, to hold, to shelter, to endure. And in that honesty lives a kind of grace. So when you take that structure, that humble, hard-working silhouette, asterisk, and fill it with warmth, restraint, and intention, you're not erasing the past, you're honoring it. Asterisk, this is where minimal looks finds its soul. Asterisk, because a barndominium is a contradiction, harmony. A hard exterior that guards a soft interior. Rough timber cradling whispered light. Asterisk. steel bones wrapped around linen in silence. Asterisk, it mirrors us, doesn't it? The strong facada, the tender center. Asterisk, the need to be grounded, but also to feel held. Asterisk, you see, the barn has always been a place of purpose, of patience. Minimal looks doesn't change that. It elevates it. If you love this type of look, hit that subscribe button to help us create more videos. Asterisk. And let us know in the comments what you'd love to see in future videos. It says, let the walls be wide. Asterisk, let the windows frame more than just the view. Let them frame life. Asterisk, let the home be strong enough to stand against the wind, and soft enough to welcome you when you fall. This is more than architecture. It's a return not to the past, but to something deeper, something that was always waiting for us to come back. Asterisk. Every line in a minimal Luxe Barndominium is like a sentence in a poem, deliberate, silent, aching with meaning. There's no rush to impress, no glitter to distract, just form, speaking quietly to function. The material palette tells its own story. Muted. Rich neutrals, stone, sand, smoke, asterisk colors that don't demand attention, but settle into your skin like a memory. Textures that feel honest. Asterisk, raw linen. Soft plaster, untreated oak. Materials chosen not to shine, but to breathe. Even the metals speak low. Earthy brass, worn bronze, matte black, that feels more like shadow than substance. Every surface restrained, so the soul of the space can echo through. Asterisk. It's not just about what's there, it's about what's not. Negative space isn't a void. Asterisk, it's an offering. A kind of stillness that holds everything else in place. Symmetry brings a sense of peace, not perfection. Asterisk. There's no clutter. No ornament for ornament's sake, only intention. And then there's the light. Light doesn't just fill these spaces, it paints them. Asterisk, soft and golden. Drifting across floors in the late afternoon, shadows fall like brushstrokes. Warmth gathers in corners, held like a quiet breath. This design doesn't ask to be admired. Asterisk, it invites you to feel it. Asterisk, to run your hand along a smooth concrete wall and understand calm in your fingertips. Asterisk, to sit in the hush of a high-ceilinged room and realize you haven't checked your phone in hours, because this space was never about being seen, it was about being felt. Asterisk, these are not houses for people chasing status. Asterisk, they're sanctuaries. For those chasing stillness, the ones who crave quiet more than applause, who don't collect things they collect. Moments, morning light on bare floors, the sound of rain on a metal roof. Asterisk. The ritual of pouring coffee into a handmade cup as if it were sacred. The people who live here aren't defined by what they do, but how they live. Asterisk, artists. Perhaps asterisk, not always the kind with paintbrushes, but the kind who see beauty in the ordinary. Healers of others, or maybe just of themselves. People who are learning to listen more than they speak. Thinkers, dreamers, those who've grown tired of speed and noise, and long instead for depth, for meaning, for breath. Because in a world that constantly asks you to go faster, asterisk, these spaces ask nothing. They offer permission to slow down, to unplug, to just be. There's a kind of therapy in that. Not the kind you schedule, the kind you stumble into without realizing. You walk in with the weight of 100 unfinished tasks, and the silence here catches you, softens you, unwinds something tight inside you. You start to hear things again, your own thoughts, your own voice, the rustle of wind, the truth beneath the noise. Asterisk, because here expands asterisk, and for the first time in a long time, you do too. Luxury here isn't gold-plated, it's not loud, it doesn't try to convince you of its worth. It's quiet, personal, asterisk, deeply felt. Asterisk, it's in the way the floor stays warm. Under bare feet on winter mornings, asterisk, the way drawers glide. Shut without sound. Asterisk the way everything you touch feels like someone thought about it. Just for you. Because real luxury isn't about price. It's about presence. It's not about being seen. It's about feeling held. You won't find chandeliers here, but you will find light. It's perfectly placed. You won't see opulence, but you'll sense peace built into the bones of the place. Soundproofing you never notice because silence is just. Their custom joinery that fits like it grew from the wall itself. Air that smells faintly of cedar and something calming you can't quite name. Asterisk. Even the choices you don't see matter. Sustainable insulation. Locally sourced wood. Asterisk a home that lives lightly on the land and deeply in your life. This kind of luxury doesn't announce itself. Asterisk it hums beneath the surface.